Hi, my name is Michelle Baker. I'm a Paparazzi independent consultant, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Paparazzi compensation plan. So, here's a little picture I made. You can make it blink. I know, has nothing to do with the compensation plan, but I thought it was cute. So, when you sign up for Paparazzi, you become a consultant. And right away, when you get your kit or buy your kit, you can start to buy the jewelry at retail prices so that you have inventory to sell to people and show to people. So here's me, an independent consultant. Now, after you start to buy your inventory, once you have purchased 50 PV, which PV means personal volume, one piece of adult jewelry is 2 PV. So this means 25 pieces of adult jewelry. 25 pieces is nothing. So once you get your 25 pieces within the month, you become a star consultant for that month. So any month that you buy 25 pieces or 50 PV, you will be a star consultant. Now, being a star consultant, you're also going to, or even just being a consultant, you're going to start to gather up other consultants. So these consultants, you start to sign up under you, and you're their sponsor. And so these consultants are going to start to buy their jewelry. So 50 PV, 50 PV. If you're just a consultant or a star consultant and you have a consultant signed up under you, the first one or the first two, you will get 5% of their sales. Now, after you get 3 signed up under you and you are still buying your 50 PV, then you become a director. So a director means that you buy 50 PV a month and you have 3 people sponsored directly under you. Now, those 3 people, you will get 10% commission on those 3 people. If those 3 people start to sign up other people underneath them, let me get some people here. So we've got these people signed up, and now we're going to start to get people signed up underneath them. So here we have a couple people signed up, and here we have person signed up. So as they get people signed up underneath them, we will get 5% of their sales. So director, 50 PV of volume, 3 people under you, 10% of their sales, people under them, 5% of their sales. So it's almost like I see this as a family tree. So I'm the mom and I have kids. I get 10% of my kids' sales. Those people have kids, which would be my grandkids, and I get 5% of their sales. So far, that's what a director is. Now, the next class would be a premier director. Premier director means that you're still doing your 50 PV. You still have 3 people signed up under you. They may have people signed up under them. They may be gaining more and have more people signed up under them. But what it really means is not only are you getting your 50 PV, you as a group will need to get 3,000 OV. Now, OV is your organizational volume. So for your group, for your team. So you will need to get 3,000 PV. Now, if you split that up nicely, each one of them gets 1,000, or maybe you participate in that too, but 3,000 PV. Not more than a third can come from one leg of the group though. So if this consultant gets 1,000 PV, and this one gets 1,000, and this one gets 1,000, then you would be considered a premier director. So you have your 50 PV, your organization has 3,000 PV, not coming from one leg. So this guy can't get the whole 3,000 for you, and these guys slack and do nothing. That's not going to count. You need to get 1,000 or less than 1,000 from each one. Now, if you had a 4th consultant and you were trying to split it up, you could have this person get 1,000 And these two get 500 and this one get 1,000. So it doesn't have to be 1,000 per person, but one of them cannot be the bulk of getting your volume for your team. Okay. 1,000 is the most any one team member can contribute to that 3,000 volume. And at that time, you're still getting 10%, 5%. And if they have people signing up even under them further, then you're going to get also 5% of their commissions. Okay, so yours 50 PV, 3,000 OV for the team, 3 people signed up under you or more. You could have more, that's fine. There, you get 10% of theirs commission. People signed up under them, you get 5% of their commission. And people signed up under them, you will get 5% of their commission. So it's building on itself, and you can see how this is multiplying. Now, executive director is the next rank. And executive director, to be an executive director, you will need to have 100 PV yourself, which means you need to buy 50 pieces of jewelry within that month, 50 regular adult pieces of jewelry. So 100 PV now is what we're looking at. Okay, 100 PV for me. You still have your layers underneath that. Okay, and these people are probably starting to rank up too. As they're getting consultants underneath them, they may become directors or premier directors. They're not going to stay consultants. Okay, so these guys are going to change their rank as well. So anyhow, let's go back to executive director. 100 PV for me, personal volume. 6,000 PV for my team or for the organization, but no more than 2,000 per group. Okay, I can't get more than 2,000 from any one of my consultants. Now I could spread it out more. If I had 4 or 5 or 6 consultants, I could spread it out more, but I can't count more than 2,000 towards my 6,000 organizational volume for that month. Now, I still will get commission on anything they sell. So if this person sells 10,000 pieces, I will get commission on all of those pieces. But in order to be considered executive director, I would need to have 2,000 come from, no more than 2,000 come from any one leg of the team. Now, at that point, you're going to also get an additional, along with the 10%, 5%, 5%, you're going to get an additional 1%, which is the generational volume, or generation, it's called generation 1. So I'm going to get an additional 1% up to the next person that ranks as director. So if this person ranks as director, then theirs, it stops for me, and I don't get I don't get 1% for them. So whoever has ranked as director, those people that are below them, that's then going to be considered for them, and I would not get that. Anyhow, next step is producer. And the biggest difference between producer and executive director is the fact that you will now need 12,000 PV, which is 4,000 you need 12,000 OV, which is 4,000 OV from one leg, no more than 4,000 from any one leg. So if you're getting 4,000 from this group, you could get 3,000 from each of these. As long as it adds up to 12,000, you can't count more than 4,000 from any one group. Also, your generation 1 percentage will then jump up to 3% from 1%. And then this pattern is going to continue from premier producer up through executive producer, fashionista, A-lister, Maven A-Lister, Jetsetter, Luce Jetsetter, and Impressionista. So we have quite a ranking system. Okay, here you can see those are the first ones, and then here's the second ones you go up through. So there's quite a ranking of throughout the compensation plan that you can push yourself to get up through to make more commissions and more profit. And once it helps you build your team. Let's see. The compensation plan basically works for you. You are to be building and training and supporting a team of consultants. And if you do that, you will be successful.